Okay, so yeah, this is handy. 525 square meters of land, and that shows you the positioning of the house on the land. So this isn't going to be a great property for subdivision. For a knockdown rebuild kind of projects, or an extension, or if you go up or sideways, it definitely has enough room for something like that. I'll talk about the house in just a moment, but I just want to make a couple points to the area. Then we'll talk about the street, and then we'll go into the house. So this is the place to be when it comes to which side of Geelong you want to be on. The reason is the Packington Street, which is about 2 k's that way. Now, if you go about 2 k's that way, Packington Street has all the restaurants, cafes, bars, everything that you kind of want to have for a bit of a lifestyle property on a Saturday or Sunday arvo. It's there. And generally, I've bought a couple of houses really close to Packington Street, really old ones that are over 100 years old. And generally they still fetch a huge price because it's the land that's sought after in that area. So we've got a lot of schools around here. As you can see on the drone footage that you might see at the end of this video, there's heaps of ovals. There's a beautiful river. There's also a really nice little golf course by the river. Some of Geelong's best private schools are on this side of Geelong. So when I say sides, I like to split Geelong into two. So I guess you've got what is that? Is that the south side of Geelong? Anyway, you've got this side of Packington Street, and the other side of Packington Street is probably not as sought after. Quality of real estate kind of declines. You know, generally, you've got some good pockets there, but generally this is definitely the place where you want to be. Now, I'm always a bit wary about being close to main roads. This is always a busy road. This is main road that just up there, you're basically going to the main highway or the bypass. So you can see just based on that, this is always going to be a busy road night and day. So night and day, you pretty much are going to have this kind of traffic, but the house is a little bit away from the property, so that essentially is not going to be too bad when it comes to noise. Now, you've got a football oval just at the end of the street, very short walking distance, and it's packed. So there are a lot of cars on the street, and that's probably something you can always expect when you're kind of buying houses or living in the area. There's always going to be that, you know, traffic on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, and on Sundays as well. You're going to hear whistles blowing and people on microphones and the sound of kids playing. Okay, so the street itself, really nice. I don't think I saw many units, if not any units, in this little pocket, which is really good. They're all well looked after properties. No messy gardens. Everything's kind of been restored. There's nothing kind of too ugly. This is probably the worst one, I think. And it looks like it's got some sort of reno works going on. So that's pretty good. But yeah, generally the housing quality is quite nice. It all kind of matches. It's from the same era. You've got a couple of new houses behind these that I noticed that have been built. But yeah, as for your neighbours, I mean, this is a great looking place. I looked after. Okay, so we've got a footpath, which is good. It's a bitumen footpath, which is really weird. Okay to walk around, guys? Yeah, cool. Hello. Good. All right, so let's start with the house. Jesus, it's neat and clean, isn't it? So what I look for in the corners here, where the two ways of brick join, we're looking for cracks, structural cracks, broken bricks, things like that. There's a nice natural decline in the land, so that generally tends to stop things like water sitting at the base of a property, and having a footpath is really important, especially the blind side of your house. You need to push water down the front of your property or away from your house, so it's not kind of softening up the soil here. We've got a broken brick there, which is really strange. I don't know what's going on there with that, but anyway, that's really good. So I noticed that the roof has been recently redone. So what I mean by redone is you can see that there's kind of bright coloured, it's like a flexible silicone or concrete or something. It's like a flexible thing they put in there, and they've done recapped all the tops of the roof, and all the valleys where the water goes down. I can see from the drone footage that's been redone. So that's key. I mean, you really want the roof to be in good condition. This house is on stumps, so concrete stumps, hopefully, if they've redone it. How does the house look from a perspective of character? So you mentioned this could be a renovator. It's okay. It's nice. I just wish it had more windows in the front of the property. Like if it had 2 of those windows to kind of balance out the look a bit more, or a larger window there and another window there, that would have been great. But it looks a little bit weird to have that one window that's off center, I think. Might be wrong, but yeah. So timber window frames. This house looks like it was probably built in the 1960s. There's a pretty decent gap here. It might have been installed that way, but generally I say if you can stick your finger in there, we're in a bit of trouble. But there's no cracks, so I dare say that's the way it's been installed. Oh, hold on. Yeah, little eaves. Windows are in good nick. They're not rotting. I mean, that is a little bit of rot there. If I push that hard enough, you can see I can. It's still pretty good though. I've seen worse from houses that are built in the 1980s. So yeah. Don't tell me that's the internet. Okay. Let's have a look to see what electrical work has been done. Okay, this is looking good in here. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got a main switch and just safety protectors. So I dare say this house doesn't have any kind of good appliances in it. No new ovens or aircon units or anything like that. It's probably pretty plain because it would be, they'd have safety switches in there otherwise. Let's have a quick swing over here. Nice shed, really nice shed. When I flew the drone over, the roof looked like it was in new condition. This is pretty weird. What have they done here? Why is that painted? Jeez, that's terrible. It doesn't look painted though, it's not balanced. This would have been an old aircon unit, I reckon. It's probably a hole on the other side as well. But look, structurally so far, the bricks are in good nick. What's going on here? Anyway, hot water unit. It's probably at the back end of its life. They last about 8 to 10 years. There's just signs of just wear and tear, if you kind of see that. Okay, this is a nice door. You can see on this side, there's no gaps in the windows between the bricks and the windows, so they've been installed well here. So I dare say maybe the house has moved a bit and created that gap, but this is really good. This is the exterior of this property. It's pretty rare to see a house that's crackless. Speaking of that, there's a little bit of something there. Bit of a crack in the plasterboard. The gutters are in good nick as well. Whoops, silly camera. Sorry, just had a freak out. Okay, so what was I saying? The gutters, yes, the gutters have been replaced as well, which it probably would have needed it, I reckon. Houses of this age. I wonder what was here. This little structure, probably an old shed. So that's probably what it would have looked like once upon a time, and then they've kind of fixed it up. This is really nice. Here we go. We've got a bit of movement here. Look at this. I can't access the subfloor to see what's going on. Look at that. This is sunk in here, and you can probably guess why, because the land is kind of going in here. Once it rains heavily, the water just sits there, softens it up. You've got all this weight, pushes it down, and we've had the house actually sink there a little bit. And that shows here as well. It's not too bad though. That's not horrible, but I mean, it's breaking bricks. Look at that. That's pretty bad. So you can stop that from getting worse just by concreting it and pushing the water away from the house. Yeah. Okay, let's check out the interior. They let me in. Okay, so just walking in the front door. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so you're going to see me opening and closing doors. I'm just checking the structural integrity of the door frames. Usually if the house moves, the door frames are the first thing to go. And there's, see that?
Yeah.
Now you can see signs of repair of a potential crack, and the skirting board's split there a little bit. So let's just keep looking. Geez, it's neat and clean. Timber architraves, this is beautiful. I mean, you don't get this anymore, especially like this is really nice and curved. So whoever has looked after this house has kept them for a reason. I guess these days it's all out of MDF. It's a really cheap kind of material. This is a good sized room, good sized bedroom. The doors are pretty, I don't know, plain, odd looking. It's timber, but it's really thin. It's paper thin. Yeah. Okay, really nice looking windows. They're in good condition. They're in great condition. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you're going.
Okay, so we've got a crack that's been repaired there, and it's going along. There we go. It's hairline, but it's there. So the house has a bit of movement. That's like more a lump, so it might have been repaired. Anyway, the roof looks a little bit like it's peeling. So that could be from water damage. It could be from using the wrong paint. Anyway, this is a great size room. The floor, underfloor feels really good here. Like it's not cracking or it's not creaking under my foot, which is good. Okay.
Oh, really?
Okay, the door's closing. Okay, so they've painted the timber doors here and they've gone with this colour, so they've hidden the natural kind of look. Which is neither here nor there, I think. Once again, the windows look great in here. You can definitely keep those. Broken window. They've been painted many, many times, but it's okay. Carpet's very plain. It's like a investment property grade. I'm just looking at the floors, trying to see if there's something I don't like here. Oh, thanks, man. Okay, ancient bathroom. Doors open well here. Okay, so there is, you can see that, I don't know if it's coming up the camera, but there's, let me see if I get up higher. So there's like a little lines there, like hair lines. I think they've been repaired. This room is super white, so they've just painted it. So I dare say they're hiding some decent cracks. I can see two pretty good ones there, and then they kind of go across that way as well. So there you go. What the floor is this? Concrete floor that's been kind of polished. That's pretty cool. All right, so this is new. They've just put this in. Very low water pressure. This bath will last another lifetime. It's like, I don't even know, I think it's steel or something. It's crazy, these things. Now they're all acrylic. No tiles, they've put this sheeting over it to cover whatever's going on. And they've done it across the whole bathroom. So there you go. So there you go, there's a big patch up here. You can see how they've filled it in. It goes all the way across. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I can fill it there as well. All right, kitchen. Okay, so no new appliances. It's all pretty old school. Look, it looks to me like it's probably 1990s. You know, could be older. Older would have been black, so white's more 1990s. So I'm going to stick with 90s. Let's check the water pressure. Okay, it's okay. It's better in here than it is in the bathroom. Let's see how long that takes the hot water to turn on. It should be on because there's power to the property. There's gas. There should be gas. So let's just see. That hot water's there, which is good. I'm not going to test the ovens. I'm just assuming they're going to work. Okay. Oh. Okay. Check your store. I can't remember if I check your store. Oh, the door closes well, which is good. So I can feel a slant going into this hallway. Like it's kind of moving towards this cabinetry here, and hence we've got cracks on the inside of this wall which they've patched up. So I dare say I don't think this house has been re-stumped. Okay, these are nice. Okay. I normally like to stick my head under the subfloor so I can see what's been changed under there, but it looks like it's been blocked off. Like probably one of those plates that they've got there. This is old. 1960s, I reckon. But the thing is, this stuff always works. I built a house 12 years ago and my drawers are a bit wonky. Okay. Let's check if I missed. Oh, I won't do that. Okay. So I guess this is the living room, I'm guessing? Or is that in here? No, it's here, sorry. Okay, right. Okay, so these heaters, they've pretty much been decommissioned everywhere just because they need regular checks. The checks are about $200 and you've got to do it every 2 years, $250 or so. So people are just getting rid of them. You've got two of them I saw, one there and one there. So this heating is probably not up to kind of industry kind of stand. Like you wouldn't probably get away with this as a rental. You'd struggle. You'd have to really, I don't know, get it tested to see if it is working okay. This is a good sized living room. Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, and the floors feel really good underfoot. They're not creaking or cracking. Usually you can pick up some speed going into the, because the floors are slanting a little bit, you can pick up some speed going towards the bricks there, but it's actually not bad. They've got an upgrade on the skirting boards. They're a bit higher than a normal kind of entry level skirting board, and they're timber as well, which is really nice. Really plain plastering. I would have thought this house would have had some nicer kind of fancier cornices. But yeah, it's pretty entry level, everything really. Okay, and this is either a bedroom or a study, I guess. Or actually this would have been a dining room once upon a time, I reckon. It's right next to the kitchen. Yeah. Okay, really nice. Look at that. It's beautiful. The architraves and the timber windows, really nice. They usually run on a string, these things, and this one's got metal poles here. So maybe the string's inside the metal. It's a pain in the ass when that metal breaks though. They've got a bit of wear and tear. You can see they need some sort of restoration here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just can't access the subfloor. Can't see it anywhere. Okay, so there you go, look at this. So it's slight, just through the mortar, but there's no damaged bricks. Okay. Done a bit of painting in this house just to kind of cover things up. A couple of busted bricks there, like the faces come off them. Just check and see if I can access the subfloor here. Yeah, one thing I didn't mention earlier is the house actually is quite nice and high off the ground. So that subfloor is raised quite a bit. So the house has a beautiful presence when you're kind of looking at it. And this definitely is a good side of the house. Like, look how nice this looks. It's really well balanced. It's got nice big windows here. I just wish this was the front. Yeah, but really nice. Got a bit of a feature brick up there as well where they've kind of installed the bricks in a different way. Looks good. Let me just check to see if that floor is accessible somewhere. Because I reckon it's here. They might have capped it off, which is weird. But anyway. Hey. Hey guys. Okay, no, I can't get there. Man, that's crazy. So how do you fix the floor? How do you get to it? If you can't open any, there should be like a door that big where you can access point so you can get in and see. Just ask the agent about the floors. Have a quick look at the shed thing here. Okay, so nice and long, but man, this you're going to struggle to fit a car in here and actually get out of it. Like you will fit a car in here, but yeah, just open the doors. You're going to have to suck your guts in, I reckon. If you're a bit of a thicker bloke like me, you might struggle a bit to get in and out of a car. So maybe a smaller car will be okay. Okay. So do you know if the subfloor hasn't been done?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, okay. I just can't see it. Any access points at all? Or is it in the house?
Some of these old houses do have them in the house.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're in the robes.
Oh, robes, okay. I'll check the other one. No. Any luck?
Nope.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay, that's fine. Do you have the paperwork yet, or?
No, I